All right, everybody. How's everyone doing? We'll give everyone a minute here to do, get in the chat. I should be taller than the last time you saw me there from camera angle. Like we're at the same angle now, so we'll see how that works. Because the tripod wasn't high enough to actually get that high, so I put the table there so I can get it higher. So we'll see how that works today. What we'll be working on is a pair of glow-in-the-dark pants. So this is the fabric here. And I don't know if it's actually going to... I guess it hasn't been charging long enough to actually do glow yet. But it will glow. It is glow in the dark. I have tested it already and everything. It does glow in the dark. It's all the stripes, the white stripes on it. They all glow in the dark. The black part don't, but the white stripes do. And so I made that same one that I made last time. This guy. I made him again, but in what's called like fleece or a flannel. Sorry, not fleece. Flannel. So, and last time it was kind of like baggy on me. So I went ahead and made the waistband like smaller to hopefully fit me. And then after that, went ahead and actually like put it onto the pants and then found out that I need to take off about 2 inches off of it. 1.5 inches. So take off 1.5 inches and we should be good. So what we're going to do is go to the other machine, and something that I did today, which hopefully might be how we do it in the future. So, boom. See, I literally switched the camera over. I've put it over here now. So now I should be essentially in one continuous shot because I'm either over there, and so you can even kind of see the camera, like the leg of it right here. So there's the leg of the tripod there. Only downside is I didn't think about it, but I have no light coming this way. Maybe that one will work. But yeah, I didn't have any light coming, so it's a little dark. But that's all right. For this one, for today, we'll see how it works. If it works well, then we don't have to worry about it, and I'll get it fixed. Now, ultimately, the crotch itself was not bad. At least I didn't think it was bad. When my parents come in a week or so, we'll see if they like how low it is. It is definitely like streetwear low, not like men's, khakis low. So it is lower. And what I've done is I have my original, you got the original seam here. And then I've literally redone the seam following my fingers there. I don't know if you can see it. But I've done that and redone it. So now that waistband should fit nice and snug on there. And this should ultimately, hopefully, fit me pretty well. We'll see. Can you add some? Yeah, you know what? Hold on. 1 second. See, that's one of the things is there's a window there, and so I might end up like putting the green screen there so you don't see that window. But give me 1 second. I'm going to try turning on the light. Okay, so I turned on the ceiling light. That gave me a little bit, but not really much. So I'm going to put in another light as well. How about that? Huh? Oh, yes, no problem, Nanny. Be as late as you want. Most live streams don't even start till like 15 minutes in. Like the popular people, they don't even start till like 15 minutes in. So you're all good. Only reason I start at 2 seconds in is because I only got 3 people watching me. So I mean, who cares, right? But realistically, normal live streams don't even start for like another 5-10 minutes. Because usually what will happen is they'll do like a Q&A, or they'll talk to like some of their Patreon people. They got that money, right? So you got to talk to your customer and make them happy to be there. Then you start your live stream up. Because a lot of them, especially like the video game people, they're on for the next 6 hours, 8 hours. You better make sure that person is happy, otherwise they're gonna stop talking to you. The more and more I work on these machines, I've really started to like love the smell. Yeah, so much better, right? Yeah. And then I think I'm going to put like a green screen or something on the back here. I've been looking into like you can buy like the big sheets that I can literally cover the whole back wall with. That way it's like it won't throw it off. I mean, if it doesn't look bad, I'll probably just keep it that way. Or maybe just start putting stickers all over it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It grows and grows every week, right? We're going to do a little bit better, a little bit different. Did I want to put elastic into it? I was thinking if I wanted to put elastic into this or not. I don't know. Probably not. We'll just leave it without it for today. Do I even want to sew that down? No, you know what? We'll just tack it down in a couple places. And that would be the best thing to do. That way we can get back into it really quickly. What I'm doing is a technique called stitching in the ditch. And the ditch refers to the place where the two seams meet. And theoretically, if done correctly, you shouldn't even be able to see that there was a stitch done at all. Now, I'm doing mine in literally a completely other thread. So, I mean, you're going to have, you're going to end up seeing it. But theoretically, you wouldn't be able to see it normally. And in the future, I'll probably, if I'm making real versions of this, I'd use a thread that matched. Well, we'll see. I mean, I kind of have been thinking about doing a, see? This is why. There we go. My coworker was talking about how she likes another one of these that has one finger and stuff. So I'm about to buy me one of those and see how that works. Because that was the one that she likes, and I was like, well, if she likes it, I'll probably end up liking it too. Also, you guys like my haircut? Haven't got enough compliments on it yet, so I'm still fishing for them. There's no one at my work said anything. I went in today, I was like, hey. I was like, no one's talking about my haircut. What the hell? I didn't get this for no reason. Nah, I just got it because it was too heavy. Alright. Thus, we have a pair of pants. Pair of pants. I like glow in the dark, especially when walking at night and RV park. Yeah, it would be pretty cool for that. So, I mean, I buy a bunch of glow in the dark toys and stuff, and so when I saw this fabric on Joann's, I get short. Yeah. Even shorter than this. I'm saying these are like men's shorts, like board shorts style. That's what I used to start with. I used that style, and then made it into a pair of lounge pants. Cookies, all in breads. I like it longer. Yeah. Well, that's the point, right? That's you can buy it shorter, you can buy it longer. No problem. All right, I'm gonna go try these pants on real fast, and we'll see how far off they are. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I like my hair. Man, that was difficult to get on. Tailored fit. I really tailored fit these ones. This is the other reason I wanted to be able to go on this side, because I can actually have a runway this way. I mean, you actually get a runway. I can if I move, I'm gonna move this over another inch, and I'm gonna get my runway. I'm gonna get some pads down so I can go the full runway. Boom, 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 right up to the camera. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, here. Let me not have my jumbo. And see, this is the point of the high waistband. You can see that it kind of covers the gut a little bit. If I have it all the way down, you can kind of see the belly, the poochie. But you put it up, and suddenly you don't see that no more. It's like a nice straight line. In 10 days, hey, come pick up the fabric and I'll make you one. No problem. But yeah, so this what I would say is closer to like natural slacks, because this part, the actual top, has no give to it. There's very little to no stretch in flannel. This is not a stretch flannel. So the bottom is probably good. The waistband I'm going to need to do something with, because I fit it to myself. Like you can see here, it's nice and tight. It's not. I mean, if I literally pull on it as hard as I can, I mean, I had to struggle to get this on, like really struggle, because I got that butt and those hips, and so it definitely, like, because I mean, what it is I have a 36 here and a 34 here. So when I put these on, there you go, right? Yeah, I had 2 inches I had to get around there, 2 inches of cushion there. But yeah, so I mean, that's a pair of pants. I like it. I mean, I will say you will be here on the knee. Like, you will lose an inch on this. So, realize that you will lose an inch. But yeah, I mean, I think these are like, I really like how these look, how these feel. Like, I have a good 3-4 inches at least on the crotch. So, I mean, I have no butt and hips. Hey, I don't know about all this. Yes, I do. Trust me, all the men tell me I do. Thank you very much. You just haven't seen it. I don't have a big butt. That's because I have thighs. Because my thigh is this big and the butt's this big. So, I mean, the butt is only like 2 inches. But I got thighs. I mean, look at them thunders. Look at them thunder thighs. You know what I mean? That's thunder thighs. I got some big old thighs there. But yeah, I ain't got no butt for sure. A little harder to make plaid. Oh, yeah. I mean, unless I don't think I'm going to be matching plaid on it for sure. Matching plaid is a difficult thing and expensive. And I only bought 8 yards of this so far, so it's like to try out, to test out. But I think I'm going to end up doing a pre-order on this fabric and then hopefully buying a bunch of it because I like it. It is flannel, but it's super lightweight. I mean, here's the other side of it. You know what? I'll show you this. So it's a one-sided fabric. So the other side is just like this. Super soft though. It's literally like, this is like in like the baby clothes section. It's not technically flame retardant. I love the thighs looking good. Oh, thanks. A lot of running. When I had noodles, I would run every single day with her. And that, boof, blew up my things. No, you can make it. Oh, I know I can. At the company that I work for, I have to match plaid, but it's an extra $15 when we want to match plaid. We charge extra $15 for it. But yeah, I mean, so the waistband, I mean, I like the size. And the nice thing is with shorts is, you know, most menswear is going to be here. So no one can even really tell. It's only when you do like this kind of stuff, which this is a professional work shirt, so it's designed to not be able to do that. But you know, normally you'll be like this and you'll show a little bit of the belly, but it will look a lot better. I mean, I really like them. And this will be a shorter stream today because I really just wanted to do the pants. And you know, make it so it fits me. And this is fitting me really well. I just got to get an elastic going in these waistbands for sure. Well, really make the whole thing like an elastic. See, I had bought the smooth spot over here. Some dust or something there. But I bought this the other day too. It's actually like a full waistband, but it's already been like way stretched out, so it's not really usable. But you know, it was like a cute idea that I could have done that and had that as my center point. You know what I mean? Like this. And then it would be, you know, like that. You know what I mean? You would have like a little belt with it. But, you know, I mean, this is a, you know, already like way blown out like piece. Like, I mean, you literally can't stretch it anymore. It's been completely stretched. But I bought it for like 50 cents at SAS. It was just something to buy to kind of look at an idea, you know? But yeah. those are my pants. And this is my number one. This is the color that I think I'm definitely, like, I love these. I don't think I'm going to be offering match plaid on it, but I don't think it looks that bad, even with it not matching. Because, I mean, it's like that, you know? But honestly, I don't think you can really tell. When you're moving around and kind of just going, because it's such a regular pattern, it's like, it really, like, from this angle, it doesn't look like it's all that not matching. You know what I mean? It's only when you really start looking at the crotch, you can see that, like, you know, it doesn't match. But even back there, it's doing pretty good. It's such a regular pattern. Even here, it's like a 1/4 inch off and stuff. You can see it's kind of like off, but it's like you can't even really tell. You see what I'm saying? Also, you notice this is one way. This is another way. There's just a way to strengthen that. You always should have your waistband be vertical like that. Just a common thing. Go this way, go back to this one. There we go. Also, exactly, you can't tell with the shirt down. That's the thing is, why spend the extra like $15 when you're not going to see it? If you hit me up on my Patreon and you're like the 250 tier and you're like, hey, I really want that to match, we'll do it for you. But in the 125 tier, something like that, nah, we're not gonna match it. And this one, I've been thinking about like the 125 tier, like maybe doing like a $50 to $75 tier and putting like the shorts and stuff in that. You know, because I mean, this will get pockets as well. I didn't put pockets in it yet, but we'll need pockets. Also, I didn't have a cup today. I just have this cup. It's my octopus. I have like pretty much only Trivis cups because I just leave this stuff around my house. When you live alone, you just kind of leave everything around your house. Anyways, the other thing I wanted to talk about today, because that was only a couple minutes, and I did want to also go over next week. I'll be showing this off. Let's see, can you see it from that far away? You know, maybe, give me 1 second. How's that? All right. So what I wanted to show with this is this guy. You can see here on this side, I've redone it. So this is what's called draping. It's literally what I've done is I've taken, this was the sample we made last week, okay? And so I didn't remember this part was a little too far out, so I've then figured out how I needed by doing this, by pinching it and being like, all right, that's gonna get it, you know, laying flat. So then I drew with a Sharpie, and now I know how much to take out. So you can kind of see it there. That's how you figure that out. So, you know, just pinch it. And I did the same thing in the back too. The back was a little loose, and I was like, I just pinched it and, you know, pinned it in place and then sew it in. Or like, you know, like stitch it in, and then some of you can even sew it if you really wanted. And then, as I said here, this wasn't finished. So it wasn't like this, it's like this, and so you just have this like raw edge. And you don't want that, it's gonna look cheap. You're gonna pay $125 for this, you're gonna want it finished perfect. So what I did then is take it from the back seam and then went and drew a line. Now, what I did first is I actually drew, you can kind of see it here, I drew several little dots. I don't know, let's see if we can get that up for you. Yeah, see, there's like little dots on it. All kinds of little dots. So I figured out my line and figured out where I want it, which is actually going to be 1 inch higher than where it was. So then I figured out, like, all right, I'm going to put it down to a center, and my center point is now also 1 inch higher than it was. So now I figured out where I like it and everything. So then I'm going to take it off this dress form, and then literally take this to my patterns and measure out like, okay, this is, 1 inch, this is there, and then start redrawing my patterns. And so that is how, a professional takes one design, and this is why week after week after week, we keep making more patterns. And why we're doing the things that we're doing. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why you see me making sample after sample. You're like, what the hell is this guy doing? Just wasting fabric. And it's like, it's not a waste of fabric. I took this and modified it into this. I take this and I'm going to modify it next week, and it's going to be a perfect version of this. Because this one's pretty much ready to go. I got to slap some pants, slap some pockets in it, get that waistband. Like, I like the size. I just got to make sure I figure it out, make it a perfectly elastic, whatever I need to do, figure that out, and then that's ready to go. And so that's how a professional does it. This is how a professional does professional stuff. I don't know how to say it, but this is draping is what it's called. And so you put it on a form and you figure out what it is. And so you can kind of see here, you have that line that I've drawn, and I'm going to be able to take that, and that will be a new piece of pattern. And so that will be double-faced. So you'll have a clean neckline that needs no additional stitching or sewing or anything like that, and will lay right flat. So instead of having this, see, all the stuff that we buy has these ribbing to it. And it looks fine, there's nothing wrong with it, but it has like a athletic, like I wouldn't spend more than $50 on something that has a ribbed collar to it, realistically. Whereas this, you can wear that to a nice night out. You can wear this to a date. You can wear this to a job interview. Depending on what fabric you put it in, you can wear it to anything, and it's going to look professional and at the $100 tier there, more expensive and look more expensive. I also, of course, needed to fix this as well, making the shoulder and everything wider like we did, which normally I would write on there, but I wrote notes as like a different piece of paper. So that's just, something to think about for next week. Next Thursday, you'll see that. Also, I did put, I had like a random piece of dyed fabric. And so I put that on there just so that her head has like a little thing to it now. Just something cute to do. I saw it when I was cleaning, and I was like, well, instead of throwing this thing away, let me put it on there. Ooh, also, this was the other fabric that I got. And I had a third that I ordered, but they canceled it. It was little jalapenos I bought from my dad that had little smiley faces and different faces on. Like, one was a grumpy face, one was a sad face, one was a happy face, one was like a hot face because it was, it's a hot pepper. And I was like, oh, he'd love that. But then, they were out of it. But this one I got from my mom. This one's really cute. It's purple. She likes purple a lot. And then it's butterflies. She likes butterflies. And it has little hearts all over it. So I thought it was very her. And what this is I could make pants out of it. I mean, this is the same material that I'm wearing, but the what's called unpaper towels. And what that is it's just cotton flannel, and they sometimes also put microfiber on the other side, or sometimes they just do 2 layers of flannel, and it becomes a paper towel. So this is very absorbent. It's very absorbent. Like, people make diapers and stuff out of this. It's very absorbent material. So, what happens is you then put that on like a roll, and you can reuse that, and you just throw that in a washing machine and dryer instead of throwing it into a landfill. So it's a nice eco-friendly way of having, more and more paper towels. Instead of having more and more paper towels, you have just like 1 or 2 rolls. And that's one of the small goodies that we'll be doing, is like little half rolls of this. And then if you do, 2 to 3 months, then you can get big full rolls. And on Instagram as well, we're doing like full rolls versus just 1 or 2 pieces versus 5 pieces, whatever, different price points for everyone. I know, I like the jalapeno faces too, and it's out of stock. They said they don't have any. So I'm going to go and let's look at the clearance bin of a few of the places in town. Maybe there's a clearance somewhere, because they have remnants, and they don't really put the remnants online. So you got to go to the place and find it. So maybe they have a remnants of my little spicy jalapenos. So it's called Happy Jalapenos was the name of the fabric. Whereas this was like Love Butterflies or something like that, because it's hearts and butterflies. was really cute. 2 yards of that. I had 2 yards of the other ordered, and then I had 8 yards of the glow in the dark because I know I'm going to be making stuff out of glow in the dark. I love glow in the dark. I absolutely love it. And I didn't know Joann's had fabric like that. And I was like, ooh, a stripe. I love a stripe. I love a plaid. I was like, oh yes, I'm buying that. But yeah, that's the stream for today. Did I have something to unbox? I forgot. I don't think I did. I don't think I grabbed anything today. I can go upstairs and get something, but it's fine. We don't need to. It's all good. Anyways, any questions or anything? See, I got to start leaving room for questions and such. Ooh, I know I can do. Here, I'll show you something cool. Have we showed off this little guy yet? So this is called a Splat Toy, and then I did all of the glitter on it. So he has a silver hat and a gold rim to the hat, and then he has blue eyes, a red body, and green. I started red and green because I was going to do a Christmas one, but I was like, what am I going to make his eyes? Yeah, isn't that cute? So that was something that I made, and I'll be making more and more of this kind of stuff, and eventually be selling this kind of stuff too, but I'm not really great at it yet. Like, as you can see here, it's like, you know, it's not really fully done, and, you know. Oh, it's not, the flannel was because it's glow in the dark. They only sell the glow in the dark in flannel. They don't sell it any other way. And so, I mean, you know, eventually I'll be making pants mostly. That's why I got 8 yards of it, because I know I'll make pants out of it. I just wanted a pair of shorts out of it, because it's not that hot. Like, it really doesn't feel that hot to me. And plus, I knew flannel was not stretch. And so I wanted something that was not stretch either. So that this way, I know the pattern works now. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take those 2 inches out of the pattern itself, and I'll be good, and I'll have the pattern ready to go. And this will be a nice, like, you know, pair of slacks or pair of shorts that have, you know, a nice waistband, you know? And so that's why I did it, and, you know, didn't want stretch in it or anything like that. But, you know, the official versions that I'll be making are out of, like, this kind of fabric. This is a stretchy fabric. And then the one I just bought the other day, here, one second. Alrighty. So a couple more came in. So this one is going to be for like those top pieces. It's a little thin, but when you double it, it's not that thin anymore. And if you look, I don't know if it will show on camera, but there's very subtle stripes in it. Very subtle. It's like neutral on white. So it's very stretchy. Like it's very, and this is a stretchy fabric, you know. It's a stretchy boy. So it's a great for up here, you know. So I got like, I think I got 5 yards of this. So I can make that out of any kind of neutrals. Then this one was the one that I'm really excited about. That's all hand dyed. I didn't dye it. I bought it this way from a place called Nick of Time. But this is all dyed fabric. And it's 5 yards of completely, you know, you look at the other side, and it's purple, blue, and yellow, which I ordered blue and orange is what I ordered. And then they called me up on the phone like a day later and said, we don't got no purple orange. They said, we'll send you something else that has purple in it. I said, okay, see what else that has purple in it. And they said, no problem. And they sent me purple, yellow, and blue. So, and this one actually is like what they call a rib knit, which is the same fabric as like your collar here, but it's going to be the whole top piece. So you'll have a, you know, I bought this one for me really just because I was like, I got to buy one for me because I got to start wearing my own clothes. And so I was like, I saw this and I was like, I'd wear this because I mean, you know, imagine this as just your top piece. It's going to look really cute. And each one you make will look different because it'll be a little more blue or a little more purple or a little more yellow, you know? So you get this cool effect that, you know, you just can't get anywhere else. All right. It's, you know, boom, it's really cool. And, you know, I got a couple yards of it. So that one is the other one. And then this one is for the pants. It's just straight up black. Just straight up black. You know, start simple and work my way from there. But, you know, a nice stretchy black. It's not super stretch, but it is stretchy. You know, it is stretchy, but it's not super, super stretchy. And that is like, you know, good leggings material. It's basically what I looked up. I looked up like what would be good for leggings and then, you know, bought that. So, you know, I got 10 yards of this because it was a 10-yard bundle for $30. So $3 a yard. So not bad. Normally like $8 a yard, but they have like had it on sale because they would just basically pre-cut 10 yards of it, bundle it up into a little thing, and then they could sell it that way. Usually, I imagine it's because some customer probably canceled their order, and they're like, well, now we have 400 yards of this. What are we going to do with it? And it's like, oh, we'll sell it in 10-yard bundles. Whereas this came in like, you know, just loose like that. So yeah, those are the other fabrics that came in. I think that was it. I have one more black that came in as well. But that's it. And so, you know, that was the fabrics for today. I think that's pretty much it for fabric for a while because I've already spent a bunch of money. So now for now, the rest of this month is refining patterns. So like, you know, these kind of stuff, just like refining it and getting it perfect. Next week, the plan is I'm actually going to wear these shorts the whole time. Like I'm going to make one out of these black fabric. And I actually might even make one out of this just because it's so cool, you know? Just so fun. And it is a cotton, 100% cotton, because your natural dye, you're dyeing it, so you want cotton. So, you know, I'm actually probably going to make a pair of pants out of this too, just to try it out, right? That's why I wanted to make sure the pattern's perfect. Then you start messing with all these stretches, because if you don't, man, you're never going to get it right. So that's what happened last week when I made those shorts, or those pants. I was messing with stretch fabric, but I still had those extra 2 inches because I just took 2 inches out of this. And so those 2 inches were in stretch, which in stretch meant it was like 3 inches. So it's like, that's why I stopped and was like, let me get my pattern right. Then I can worry about the rest. Yeah, tie-dye shorts. I mean, that's definitely, I mean, I'll probably, you know, most likely you'll see me in those. That's probably the most likely one because black is cool, but you know, who's going to be able to tell, you know, anything with black, right? It's like, let's do the tie-dye ones. Plus, I know I can buy more of any of that fabric, so it's all good. I can buy more of it, you know? Yeah, I like multicolored stuff too. It's really fun, really cute. All right, so, you know, this is a cute brand. It's a streetwear brand, but it is not like an edgy, like, oh, we're hardcore streetwear. It's like, we're going to go to the mall streetwear, like, you know, what they call normcore. So that's more of the audience I'm going for. So my mom will like it, my grandma will like it, but also like a 20-year-old girl in college will like it. You know, like Sarah or something like that. Like I plan on sending her a batch of these once I get the patterns refined and start doing some grading. Because in June, it's all going to be about like pattern grading and like making, all right, the pants work. Now let's make 20 more of them in every size from little child all the way up to meter wide, as my father once said. Meter wide. You're a meter wide person. Which is one of those things is I'll put a yardstick down on sometimes and I'm like, man, this person is a meter wide. I'm like, oof, but that's all right. You can be a meter wide and still wear clothes. Don't matter to me. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out and watching me make my cool shorts. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we'll do another digital stream. And during that stream, we'll be going over actually a cool little thing that I'm going to do is we're going to edit a video. You're going to watch me edit a video because I want to show you kind of like the process of how I edit a video and that also have it as a little bit of a time capsule. And 5-10 years from now, I'm sure I'll be doing it much differently than I do it now. So I really wanted to like document the process of I start from Premiere Rush, which is the app that I use. And from there, I can take the audio and video and add in graphics and add in all this stuff. And I want to show you guys what that looks like, what I'm paying $40 a month for. You know, it's like, I want to show you what I'm making. So anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out. You know, I'm going to end up putting the laptop there so I can stare there instead of staring. Maybe I can put some books and I have the laptop right here. So I have the chat at the same level, you know? Because right now I'm doing like this, and then doing this, and then doing this, and then doing this. And it's like, that's too much walking. Like, too much this. It's fun for my hair, though. See? It's fun with the hair. The hair's doing good. I like the hair. The hair is like the perfect little lesbian haircut that I've always wanted. It's really cute. The lady made it for me at Great Clips. I always love great cuts, great clips. I always love them. Because I don't like going to barbershops because I'm not like manly enough to go to a barbershop. And I don't want like a cut or like a fade or any of that. I just want a nice round thing so that when I do this, this looks cute. You know, I like the walk out of bed look. It's always been my look because I've always just walked out of bed and go. And then nowadays it's like just long enough for a scrunchie. So I'm like next week you'll probably see me with a scrunchie. I just was trying to show off my haircut. So I was leaving it out this week because I haven't been able to do this in like 2 years or so. Almost like there was some reason why people weren't going out of their house. I don't know why. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much. Love is love. Remember that, everyone deserves happiness and medically, deserves to be able to do the procedures that they want. This country is, definitely turning a corner there. But so we'll see. We'll see what happens about that. But yeah, love you guys. See you guys on Tuesday. Bye. And I'll send a picture to my family of my new dryer because my dryer comes in on Saturday. So I have a new dryer because I have no dryer right now. So I can't, all this clothes hasn't been washed yet. So it's like, oh no. Well, yeah. Thank you guys so much. See you later. Bye. Hey, we still did 40 minutes. See, I still did it. Even if I finished my pants in 10 minutes, I can still talk for 30 minutes. No problem. No problem. You lived alone for more than 10 years. I could talk infinitely on my own. Bye, y'all.